Hi everybody, it's me, Egil, warrior, roadcaster, storyteller. Don't forget, press the bell there, and I'm just waiting for Bragi. He's apparently going to tell us, hello.
Ah!
Good grief.
I'm running late.
Yeah, well, you frightened the Vajanicas out of me.
How can you frighten a Viking?
Well, I am. I'm a pale pink creature. Now,
You've gone very pale.
I'm not surprised. What's the story? I didn't get a chance to tell them.
Yes, today I have an Icelandic folktale for you.
Ooh, that should be fun.
We love an Icelandic folktale, don't we?
Certainly do.
And this one is called The Monster in Vesturhop Lake.
Wow.
And revolves around a sea creature, or what you may know and call a sea serpent.
Ah.
Now, it was a long time ago, in the days of old, in Iceland. Iceland at this point was not very old, as in the people living there. And there was a man whose name was Kolbein. And, well, he was a very nice man. Everybody loved him, and he lived at this place called Bragi in Vesturhop. And, well, he was a very, very poor man, and he had little silver coin, Egil.
Alright. Bit like me then.
Indeed, you could be related. But he was a very honest man. He was well known by all the folk in the area for being honest, and they were very generous to him, as you would hope.
Yeah.
And one day, our man, Kolbein, or Kolbein as some people called him,
Kolbein, yeah.
was walking across the lake, the ice lake of Vesturhop. And you may be saying to yourself, well, why is he walking across a frozen lake? It sounds dangerous, does it not?
Yeah.
But it was calm weather, and it was very late in the night, and the moon was out, shining bright and big. And, well, he was heading to Iceland to go and get some food for Christmas from an old farmer there who he knew very well. And this farmer, well, he was very generous. He knew our man Kolbein had no money for food, and he said to him when he last saw him at the church, "Come over to mine and I'll give you a sheep." And he said, "But you must come on the eve of St. Thorlak's Day, for that is around the time when I harvest my sheep and kill them." So he did this, and this is where he was walking on the eve of St. Thorlak's Day. And you may be asking right now, oh, who was St. Thorlak?
Who was St. Thorlak?
Well, he was the bishop, and the long famed bishop of Skallagrimson in Iceland. And I'm not sure whether he was dead or alive at this point, but that's another story. And when our man Kolbein got across the lake, he came to the farmstead, a very nice long house with some outbuildings, and the old farmer gave him a carcass of a fine sheep and sent him off home, for it'll take him all day to get back home to his farmstead. So he had on the back this carcass of the sheep, and as you can imagine, Egil, it was very heavy.
Yes.
And he was walking across the lake, and he got halfway across the lake when, well, something strange started to happen. He first of all, he heard these strange sounds, a deep rumbling sound from behind him and coming from the ice. Then suddenly the ice, it split up.
All right.
And bits of ice went flying left, right and centre.
Could have had my eye out.
I could have had your eye out, indeed. You'd be Egil one eye then.
Yeah.
And the ice kept on splitting apart. Then suddenly, what did you think he saw?
Ooh.
And you will not believe this, Egil.
What's that?
He saw a beast the size of 2 horses,
Wow.
joined at the middle with a big rump and a massive head with 2 heads.
Wasn't 2 horses standing together?
No, it was not 2 horses.
All
This was some kind of supernatural being, a sea serpent. And there are many legends throughout the 9 worlds of sea serpents in the seas and the lake. These are the things that Vikings do not like.
Yeah, I see why.
Yes. And of course we have all heard of the most famous sea serpent.
The Kraken.
Yeah, Ermengarde.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, fair enough.
But that is another story. So he saw this and he thought, my God, he thought, what is this strange and ugly creature with 2 heads? And it startled him. And he was in shock. And he dropped the carcass of the sheep.
Yes. Yeah.
And he ran as fast as his legs could carry him back home to his farmstead. And eventually he reached his farmstead. And he had some neighbours and he quickly went to the neighbours. He knocked on the door. He said, "You won't believe what I've just saw. I've just been walking across the lake and this very fierce supernatural being of a sea serpent popped out. And he nipped my sheep carcass."
It's 3 in the morning.
No, it's not now, it's about 11, getting towards noon. And, well, they didn't really believe him. And the next day he went with some of his neighbours to the bit of ice, and the ice was all broken up, and all that remained of the carcass was a pile of bones. And then suddenly his neighbours believed him, for they knew that no creature on earth, the Middle Earth, would do this. And they felt sorry for him, so they gave him another sheep, and he had a fine feast that Christmas. And this story went down in legend. And that is the end of this tale of the sea serpent. Now, if you like this folktale of sea serpents, I urge you to go and check out The Guardian of the Mound folktale from Egil Thorsson in the card. So for now, it is me, Bragi, your host.
And Egil, the annoying one.
Goodbye. Leave a
Bye.
comment and like the video.
Okay,
Russ Hale.
bye.